Bum, 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 bum. Doodle-doodle-doo-doo. Doom, doodle-doom, doom, doom, doodle-doom. Doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doom. Yeah, 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 yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Popcorn, John H. Shelton. Peace and love, everybody out there. Everybody out there. Da da da. Da da da. This is, as Rabbit put it, the pre-stream babbling. Pre-stream babbling. Alice, cheers. Cheers, everybody out there. Cheers to the wonderful. Oh, I got a text message. Let me see. Oh, it's a beautiful woman. A beautiful woman has texted me. Let me see. Let me see what this text is. It's another wonderful text. I tell you, this really makes my life just so good with it. Beautiful, beautiful woman. Hey, she's in the chat. Hello there, Allie. I love you. I love you. I love you. I think that's what I'll respond to this text with. I love you. I love you. I love you. There we go. There we go. When you say something 3 times, it has significance. That's what I've been told. Gemma. Cheers, Gemma. Everybody say hi to everybody else. Be good to everybody else. It's a Thursday. It's a Thursday. It's a new year. Have you been good all year? You know, I haven't gotten stoned all year long. It really is kind of a different year for me. I'm not sure. We'll see. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. Oh, all the wonderful people. All the beautiful people. Oh, another text. Another text. Oh, and we're getting so close. We're getting so close to the show. Well, I'll be done by then, honey. I'll be done by then. Well, let's listen to this song and get ourselves going. I'm drinking coffee, I'm getting stoned, and if you join me, I won't be alone. I'm drinking coffee, I'm getting high. Coffee with Wes. Yeah. Cheers, peace and love. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. I hope you are having a good one. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Wes. I am Wes. Here is my cup of Maxwell House Original Roast. Maxwell House Original Roast. They're not a sponsor of Coffee with Wes. Jerks. I wish they were. I wish they were, because I could certainly use a coffee sponsor for this show. And maybe that should be one of my goals for this year, is to get a coffee sponsor for this show, or something to make things make sense. I don't know, but everybody, it is a Thursday. It is Thursday, the 2nd of January, 2025. Is it 2025? Yes, and I actually wrote the date right out on the title of this. I'm feeling good. Oh, and if you'll notice down here on the crawl, use this as a connection stream. Promote what you're doing out there. Let people know what you've got going on. Let people know what it is you're all about in your channel, and talk to the people that you don't already know, and type in #awesome down in the chat to get Nightbot to drop your channel link. Oh, it is a Thursday, and it is not early on a Thursday. It is on into the afternoon here. It is slowly into the afternoon. I have been up, but I have not had the most productive of mornings, and I did not get up early this morning. I don't know if anybody can see that. It's rump. It's rump. It's an ass with an orange wig. Oh, the camera's all screwing it up. We're feeling good today. John H. Shelton out there. Gemma's Journey with Grace. Across the pond. I love all the activity. And you guys are always up more than I, because you're 5, 6 hours ahead. So I hope the Thursday has been good. I hope everything's going good there. Alice, I see you out there. Peace and love. Popcorn, TWP Popcorn, peace and love. Allie. Oh, I love Allie so much. I love Allie the most. Oh, for those of you new here, I love Allie. Just, I might just rename the channel to Wes Loves Allie. That might be my new thing. There are shirts. Oh shit, that's the thing I wanted to mention. Uh, and mugs, and I want to get one of these for the show. I want to end up having one. Ellie took the graphic that has the two of us. I don't know if you all have seen the graphic that has the two of us on it. Is it here? Do we have one? If I hit show, oh, I love this graphic. That graphic there. We've got that now on T-shirts, and we've got that on coffee mugs, and it's out there on my channel, so I'm feeling good about that. It's a Thursday. It's a sunny Thursday. It's getting cold. All that warm weather that was here last week, and if you're in the continental U.S. Or North America, you are experiencing this change in the weather, this change in the temperature, because there is an Arctic storm coming, Blair. They gave it the name Blair. Winter Storm Blair is going to be coming ripping right through here, and I think it's gonna go just through me, just right through here. We're on this border area where it could be an ice storm and snow. It's going to start off with snow and then a whole bunch of ice. Things along those lines. Sexy wizard. I'm gonna pop that up. You know why I popped that up? So I could see her, her neck, her beautiful neck, and her beautiful chin, and all that other. I'll mellow out on that. I'll mellow out. No, it's a beautiful day here right now. It is only going to be up to about 40. Temperature's going to drop over this next week in a lot of areas. It's going to be 10 to 20 degrees colder than normal. So I've got to get prepared, and especially if there's ice on the way. If there's ice on the way, ice will shut this area down. And if there's a bad enough ice storm that comes through, I remember one year there was an ice storm that came through, and it was just north of me. If you drove just 5 miles north or so, there was this line where everything was covered with a good half-inch of ice. Trees had come down, power lines were down, and the thing was, they were without power for like 14 days. It took 2 weeks for them to get power back. So I've got to consider the fact that I could be without power. I could be without issues. I'm fine with food. I'm fine with food through the winter. That's not going to be a problem. But heat, electricity, those are issues that'll be a problem. Pole vault. Peace and love to pole vault out there. I hope you are having a bootyful day. I like that spelling. That was really good. I hope everybody out there is having a beautiful day. And one way of having a beautiful day, get off the news. Quit watching the news. Quit watching the news. I all of a sudden there were things that happened. That to the people involved and other stuff tragic. But now there is just it just sparks such a discussion and such negativity everywhere. Negativity everywhere about the world and the plight of this and the plight of that. Start thinking about your day and the positive things in your life in your day. Let go of the negatives that you don't even need to hear about. You don't need to hear about it. You don't need to know about every tragic thing that people say is a tragic thing that you've got to pay attention to. Pay attention to the people you care about and the lives around you, and not the lives around the world that are used to incite you, used to get you to feel a certain way. It's all a part of that propaganda. All those things. Get all the deals. What is that? I saw something. So much fun. Get all the deals. Yes. Put a bunch of loads of laundry through. That's what my day is going to be. My day is going to be putting a whole bunch of laundry through, getting everything I can taken care of to clean up around here. And I had not bothered. I have a wood burning stove downstairs. I'm going to get up on that roof today. Two-story house. Going to be a fun day. I'm going to get up on that roof today in the nice cold weather. And I'm going to get up there with the chain, and I'm going to get up there with that wire thing that I run down through the chimney. And I am going to try to make sure that that chimney is clear of all the creosote and the buildup that might be in that chimney, just in case. And I've already got piles of wood out there. I'm probably going to end up having some sort of maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do a live where I split wood. Be one of those log splitters out there. Get out there with my maul and start cutting wood. But I could be without electricity, and if I don't get that chimney cleared out, I'm going to be without heat if I'm out without electricity. So I need to make sure that's taken care of. That's my preparation for this week and all that. The year that everything down there in Texas. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I've got to get that. I've got plenty of wood. I've got wood that I've been, well, several years. It's all seasoned and everything because I've just made sure and stacked throughout it. But I've got to go back and get some of the larger pieces, get those split, get some other stuff, and just be able to keep myself going in case there is an issue. Because that is what's concerning me today, and that's what's concerning. Well, let me look at some of these pictures and let me see, Alec. Let me take a look. Is it? No, I won't do that. I won't do that. This is a coffee with Wes. This is a coffee with Wes. This is not supposed to be a let's all get sexy with Wes. I mean, it could be. Would the ratings go up? Would this show be better if I ended up making it sexy with Wes? No, that's wrong. That's wrong. It's coffee. It's coffee with Wes. Oh, the hurricane. Yeah, that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, and I hope everything with what you're doing. I hope that all goes smooth, and I hope everything is just routine, and you come home and everything's great. Rabbit, peace and love, Rabbit. Hang on a second, everybody. Hang on a second. Gotta do something here. Gotta do something here. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Rabbit. Happy New Year. Feel good now, Rabbit? And I gotta do this because I didn't realize he wasn't. Let me do this. There we go. Oh, weird. The time elapsed for concurrent viewers and everything is showing up at 4:20. I like that. I like that. No, it has not been. It has not been a. It has been a smoke-free year. It has been a smoke-free year. I have not gotten stoned all year long. It's starting to bother me. You know, I had a couple. I've got a generator that I need to deal with out in the garage. I used to live down in Florida. I lived in Florida for 12 years. And I moved because I got tired of the hurricanes. I moved because I got tired of putting up the shutters, of putting up the boards and then taking down the boards, and then a week later putting up the boards and taking down the boards. I got tired of all that, the hurricanes and the people. And the people. There was just so many people. It was one of those areas with amazing growth and all this other crap. So it was just full of people, no new roads, all that other. But hurricanes, similar situation where you've got to keep stocked up. I used to keep 25 gallon, the big 5 gallon for delivered water. We had lousy water down in Florida, so I had a water service come in. I had a water cooler there that you would put the 5 gallon on and everything, and so I'd keep water on hand at all times to make sure, along with all the gasoline I would need to make it through a week. Had two different generators, one of them that would run 220. So, and I had hooked up a cable that I could connect to the outdoor well pump because it did have a well to be able to run the well pump as well as other stuff along those lines. Oh man, it was too much down there in Florida. And the Florida man, it is a thing. It is a thing. It's not until next week. Oh man, I am shaking my head. Look at this. I am shaking my head. That is crazy. OG Outlaw, peace and love, OG. I hope you are having a good day. I hope everybody out there is having a good day. I hope. Yes, yes. Rabbit. It's a new year. It's a new year, and it's like I'd even had fun at his expense, giving mods to other people in front of him, just to kind of be, it was a laugh. It was good for a laugh and all that other stuff. But no, it was time. It was time. I felt bad. I felt guilty. So I had to do that. A new year, a new West. No, well, it's always a new West. If it's the same old you, are you growing at all? Life is meant to change. Life is meant for growth. So never do the same me, and stay on that positive. Stay on that positive. Oh, you better not be. You better not be, Rabbit. Rabbit, if you are, that's just gonna be bad. That's just gonna be bad. Exact revenge. I don't. Just don't. No, life is good. Life is good. If you're alive right now, it's good. Find the good in it. Concentrate on the good. I've been noticing, we had some events, and I'm just gonna call them that, because when you really weigh things, that's what it was. Yes, it was, oh, this was horrible, but there's horrible shit everywhere, every day. It's a world of 8 billion people. There is crap happening that outweighs anything you saw in the news somewhere in the world right now. There is horrible crap happening all over the place. They're choosing, want to show you, and they want to make you feel a certain way about things. And so you've got to be careful about that. There's so many now on social media, because of the events that have happened recently, are all, oh gee, look at this, and I didn't mean UOG. It was a OG, comma, you know what I'm talking about. The the rolling up of the sleeves, they're getting it going. No, these events are not. If you are, that is the last thing to do, is to make that what your concentration is, and to talk about how it needs to be handled and what needs to be done and who's at fault and all the other shit. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up and post what you're eating for your meal. Don't bring people down. Don't keep doing that. Get off of the negative. Get onto the positive vibe. What do you get to feel good about? Think about that. What do you have to feel good about right now? Is there something going on that you're looking forward to? If not, are you trying to find something to look forward to? Because we're all in control of our own lives. We're all responsible for our thoughts. We're all responsible for our efforts and everything else along those lines. Are you taking responsibility for that? Or are you concentrating on negatives and all these other stuff and just being a blight on mankind? Because really, that's what that becomes. Mike, Foxy's friends, peace and love. Yes. Oh, the bathroom. No, don't. Oh, that is terrible. That is terrible. No, I do not want to see, and don't send me any damn pictures of it. I'm telling you that now, Mike. I don't want to see what your father did to the bathroom. Negative news. That is exactly what I do. It is one of those inappropriate humor. It's why I have such dark humor, because that's how I deal with different things along those lines. And I think if more of us did deal with it, then it should be it would be a better place. It would just be a better place. But that's not what gets people tuning into the news. That's not what gets people to, and it's not free news. It's all commercial driven, and don't give them your time. Don't give them your time. Don't let them draw you into their negatives. Don't let them draw you into their negative narrative. There was I saw so much yesterday. I saw so much the day before. There's several people that just can't give it up. They can't give it up, and I feel bad for them for a time, and then after a while, it's come on, let's raise it up. Find the positive things to post. Political things. If you are making political posts on a daily basis and you're not getting paid by the political party, you're a pawn. You're a pawn. That's how that works. It's both parties suck. Don't support one party. Don't be a voice of the party narrative and everything along those lines. Be your own person. Talk about what's happening in your house. Talk about what's happening in your little neighborhood. Concentrate on that and make your world better. And if everybody made their world better, then the world as a whole would be better. It's just the way it is. The talk of the events as of recent and the tying it to who allowed this to happen, who did this, well, it's everything I hear is just asinine, and we don't need that. We all need meditation. We all need just a bit of meditation. Just concentrate on yourself. Concentrate on the good in your life. Or if there's negatives, how can you make that into a positive? How can you turn things around? Don't don't think about things hundreds, thousands miles away from you, wherever it is that really, other than what you're allowing the impact, has no impact on your life. If all of a sudden they can get everybody to feel a certain way, that's how our rights get taken away. That's how they justify new laws, because everybody's emotional about something. Let's all act on it. And that usually harms people in the long run. The less we have that going on, the better. We want freedom, don't we? You can't legislate that. You can't sit there and make laws to try to make everything better. That's not how you combat things. You combat things with love. You combat things with compassion. You show somebody that's different than you that you are a decent person and that you care and that you understand that they are. And you communicate with people, not as mob mentality against each other. Be an individual. Be an individual. Michael Songs, peace and love, Michael Songs. That is, hey, good to hear, John. Good to hear. Always good to hear when there's OG politicians. Yes, that is the thing. It's all propaganda, and with the internet, it is so nice for the ruling class to have such a nice propaganda machine, right? And with everybody being so willing to just jump on the bandwagon and share all the fucking memes that are made by everybody. Hate this, hate this, hate this, fuck this, hate this. You know, that's what they do. That's what they do, and those people are pawns. Michael Songs last night had his last Wednesday live of the year. He's still going to have the Sundays at noon, all original music. He was last night just really bringing it again. He went for 3 hours. It was over 3 hours, I think. He's just bringing it the entire time. So much energy, so much involved there. And I wanted to ask Michael, have you thought about finger picks? There are metal picks that you can get for your finger because you talked about how you use the nail and everything, and when there is an issue, you've got some songs you just can't do because you can't get the finger picking going. Metal picks might work. But be careful, because I've known somebody that didn't realize they swallowed one of those metal picks, and much later, years later, they ended up having to have surgery to have it removed because it was causing problems in their digestive tract. I'm not exactly sure where in the digestive tract, but it was one of those things. Again, everybody out there, peace and love. Have you clicked on that like? Please remember to click on that like. Share this thing out if you want to. If you've got other people that need a bit of positivity or need to maybe hear, hey, Quit sharing all this political stuff. Hey, quit with the negativity. Let's all be positive. I lurked through that whole show. I was lurking. I mean, I was getting up and I was doing other things, but I was listening to Michael the whole night, and just really a good pro. You brought it with all the performances. Had a lot, and I like how you were saying that you like to do things a little bit different, like to play them a little bit different, so that they don't get stale and different stuff along those lines. And I can hear the little changes in the little songs that you're doing, and it's just you're just a great performer. You are a great performer along with a great songwriter. Judas Cradle, peace and love, Judas. I hope you quit telling me what to do. I'm not. I'm suggesting. That's all I'm doing. I'm suggesting that you try a different path. You try something. Hello there, Ricky. Ricky, peace and love. Evie Mux, Ricky. And I haven't written to Troy yet, but Evie Mux, if you have, I don't have the high end. Holy shit! Holy shit! Oh no. Allie is backstage right now. Allie's backstage and she's trying to get connected. Allie's unable to hear me right now, but she's down there. She's in a vehicle. She's on the road going. Uh, uh, totally through my whole concentration. I had no idea. No, she's finding the settings. Evie Mux, Ricky. That's what I was talking about. Evie Mux. If you get the $25, the paid version with that. I don't have the biggest one, which will allow you to put HTML in there. But if you do utilize, I love you. She can't hear me. She can't hear me. She took off. She was unable to figure out exactly how she was going to be able to connect to me. She couldn't hear me either, which is a bad sign. It's a bad sign. But no, EV Mux, if you create a pro scene, you can then share a tab with audio and put it behind the background layer that you have. So you'll just have to go to your tab there on your computer to change the playlist or whatever it is that you're playing. But it can sit behind the graphic that you have as a background. With EV Mux, you can add all sorts of different apps, different layers, and different things to it, and then a dynamic grid for the people to come in. So those will sit as layers, and you'll just hide that one tab that's got the music, hide it behind the background. The one thing that I don't think you have is the ability to have somebody in there in that dynamic grid and not have them seen. Like you'll hear Neil talking while things are going on because he's actually in the scene, but he doesn't have his camera turned on. I have not seen the ability to do that yet. But otherwise, yes, Ricky, you can add music, playlists and stuff, a Chrome tab, if you will, along with the audio to your scene and just control that way in the background behind something with the paid version of EV Mux. I apologize about that, everybody. There was some confusion there as I was I saw Allie's face. Allie came in downstairs, but she wasn't able to figure out how to hear. With that program that I've seen is doesn't like mobile devices. You know, I've had some people come up on mobile, but and I have come up on mobile. Of course, I come in as myself and everything, but she must have too because I haven't dropped a link. But I was able to hear her and I was able to run, but I did not. I went to my audio settings and I didn't leave it set to default. I selected I used the wired headset is what I was using. But I selected that for the input and the output on it, and then that was able to make that work. The Art of Floundering podcast, peace and love out there to Will Dick. We were talking about metal picks earlier. I wanted to see what Michael had written because I saw he had written something about it. You tried to use them before. They feel weird and a different. Yeah. Yeah, if you do use them, don't swallow 'em. That was my advice to Michael if he does end up branching out into something along those lines. Mr. Smith, peace and love, Mr. Smith. Good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. I hope you are doing well. I hope everybody out there is feeling good. Last Wednesday night, oh, I heard that. I heard that song. Don't need another angel. Was that the song? And there is a link. Let me put that up. Last Wednesday, he's got a song that he did write for Kurt Kasperk. And those of you that are involved in the music community, you know the tragic loss of Kurt right after, and we're all trying to be there for Justine and make sure and show her support and love. This was the song that he had written for Kurt and everything, and I did enjoy that song. I was listening to that. Isn't that what you closed with? I think you closed with it last night. It was it was a good song. Bell Admin, cheers, peace and love, Bell Admin. Everybody out there, is everybody having a good day? If not, are you doing things to try to have a good day? Are you looking to the positive? I'm upbeat, despite the fact, and I want to say it again, marijuana, it's non-habit forming. I've gone all year without it. And I'm feeling great. I'm enjoying life. I'm loving every minute of it. Thank you so much, Belle. Yes, please share, subscribe, hit that bell, do those things. We are 2 days into a new year. We are 2 days into the new year, and we need to make it a good one. 25 years into this century. It's just, we're a quarter through this thing already. Time flies, and as you get older, it's gonna go by even faster, which totally makes sense, because of of our perception, if you will. If you're a week old, or 10 days old, if you're 10 days old, 1 day is 10% of all of your knowledge, all of your brain activity. If you're 10 years old, it's so much smaller. The percentage that a day is, the more days you have, it represents a smaller and smaller segment, and I think that affects our perception of time. And so as you've gone years and years and years, that 1 day is really such a minute thing that they all just kind of blend together. Pretty soon it's just you're rocketing your way to the grave, and there's no stopping that. Oh, look, there's binary out there. I'm not plugging that in. Do I have to plug that in? You can just tell me what that is. The only binary anymore, and I know how to calculate binary. I'm a programmer, but clutch. Any clutch fans out there? 100011 periodic table with a something sense of mind. I can't remember. Man alive, the jiving lyrics. It's radioactive, don't come near it. Ribonucleic acid, flashback. I can't remember. But maybe. Time keeps on slipping into the future. Oh, it's total bollocks. I would have looked it up too. It was like, should I look it up? A decade feels like nothing. Time feels like nothing. I've got my next birthday, which is next month, is going to be here in no time. Just no time. And that's why carpe diem. Seize the day. You have a finite number of days. Don't waste it. Don't waste it on negatives. Don't waste it giving your energy to people that are only there to take your joy. Don't waste your time on other things. Spend that time on you. Spend that time on your joy, on your happiness. Do that, because Once that day is gone, you can't get it back. And you'll those are the regrets. Those are the regrets. Oh, I wish I had done this. I wish I had done this. Don't wish. Do. Just do. There is no try. Only do. I don't know. It's one of those. Binary code correctly. It says Wes is pretty great. Sorta. I think you got the word pretty wrongly. It's sorta. Wes is sorta great. Wes is sorta great. It's one of those kind of things. No, binary. Oh man, I used to have to do math for a living. People wanting algorithms, people wanting to figure out, well, how do we do this? How do we do? And you sit there and you work out, okay, and then this and all the variables and everything and how many loops and how many counters, and you go brain dead after a while. You go brain dead and you can't talk to people about what you do because nobody gives a shit. Nobody else wants to hear about math all day. So find something more interesting. Now PS3, P33, P33, doo-doo, PP doo-doo. Now I get it. Sorry. It took me a second. Oh, Dan Anderson. Dan Anderson is live in 30 minutes. For people that don't know Dan Anderson, great guitarist. Just doing the shout outs. I love his show because he sits there and he's just, hey out there, and he's just cranking all backing tracks, and he's just one to the next, just riffing it up, loving every minute of that. He's going live in 30 minutes, everybody, so make sure that you go over and give him some love. I keep the phone here and I keep checking just in case, because as I mentioned, it is a dry year. It has been a dry year. I have not had Buzz 1 this year. It's which is a little sad. It's a little sad, and I'm hoping things change. They're definitely going to change as the year goes on, because answers on a postcard, please. Oh, well, I'm going to have to copy it so I can actually check it out later. I understand why people look at when I talk about guns, and well, that's whatever. Everybody's got their unique things. Everybody's got their interests and all that. And I got into computers right when computers were a thing. I was actually using computers before the PC, the IBM PC came out. So it's been an experience of mine since I was 7 years old, and I really, I achieved some things, and yes, I was proficient. I will say that, but I don't like doing math for a living. And it was around 2004 actually when I saw for the first time Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Space Ghost Coast to Coast, and Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and I thought to myself, I can do this. Oh shit, I can do this. And I set out, got Flash. There was no YouTube. It was much harder to find information. It was much harder, and this was before Flash was used for a lot of. It was before Aqua Teen switched over to Flash. It was before home movies had switched over to Flash, and those things. I could see Flash was going to be the thing because it was Adobe, and I'd been using Adobe since the early '90s with PostScript printing and different things along those lines with the early printers that were coming out. Oh, damn it! You got to say stuff to your boss. Oh, don't say anything bad. Don't say anything bad to your boss or anything along those lines. Is there an answer to it, Mr. Smith? Because I swear, if I looked that up, if I tried to decode that and it turns out to be nothing, I'm gonna be like, oh, he got me. Oh, he got me. That wouldn't be good. No, it's all about positivity. It's all about positivity and finding it. And anybody out there, let me mention this again. If you're a content creator, if there's people here in this chat that you don't know, they're probably content creators. Say hi to them. Everybody here, I haven't seen any jerks come through the room. I haven't seen anybody causing any problems. So Say hi to the people that are out there. Say hi to everyone and let them know, hey, drop your link with hashtag awesome. So, Night Bottle, drop your link. That way you can get connected to other content creators and build that community, if you will. And I should mention, if you are looking to build a community, if you are trying to get to that first 100 or 500 or whatever the number is with subs, and you wanna kind of jumpstart it and meet some others, go over to Tuber Chat, Tuberchat. Tuber Chat Connect and Grow is the name of the channel. They've been doing this for I think 4 or 5 years. That's how I got connected to so many different communities and met so many people and started to make those milestones. Plus, you learn a lot watching other content creators and what they do, seeing how they interact, and the introductions you get from them to other people. It's a great way to meet other people and try to do it. Mr. Smith is trying to start one of those chain letters. Oh, no. Oh, not one of those 10. Oh, he's got it right out there. He's got it right out there. That's good to know. Thanks, Wes. I'm guessing, Ricky, that what you're just typing there has to do with the EV Mux thing that I talked about. I'm not sure how far behind in the show you are, but hey, you're awesome, Ricky. I hope you're having yourself a good day. I hope you are having yourself a good day. Life is good. Life is what you make of it. Life is what you make of it. It is how you view it. There is truth. Yes, it is very difficult to always be happy, but it really is, if you concentrate on it, it is a choice. It is something that you can choose. Choose the positive. Choose oh, you just now had a chance to reply. Okay, no problem. Cool. It is something that is a choice. Train yourself to do it. It's not an easy choice sometimes, because it's so easy to have someone push your buttons, have something affect you so bad that you're gonna be thrown by it. You got to work on that. It's like diet and exercise and everything else. It's the exercise of your mind and your mentality. You wanna give yourself that edge to where you don't sweat the small stuff. There's so many different phrases to throw out there that do apply, because you've got to be your own best friend. You've got to be your own biggest cheerleader, and a part of doing that is treating yourself right upstairs. Is saying, it's the Stuart Smalley, I'm good enough, smart enough, and doggone it, people like me. You've got to convince yourself of that. You have to be that voice in your head. It may seem foolish, but really it's what you need. It's what everybody needs out there. Everybody needs to prop themselves up. If you could prop people up around you, do it. Do it, because there's nothing better than giving someone a smile. Nothing better than making somebody feel a little better, feel good about themselves. That is great. And that'll make you feel better too. If you were a positive force in other people's lives, it's going to affect you. It'll affect you and let you feel good. Even when you've gone all year without weed, you can still feel good, because there is some good to you, and you can feel as though you have that. Oh, I'm going to take a breath. Take a breath, and now I'm going to have a little bit of this coffee. There we go. There we go. Again, that is Maxwell House Original Roast. Maxwell House. When you need coffee and you don't want to pay an arm and a leg, Maxwell House. Good to the last drop. Is Maxwell House good to the last drop? Mo, cheers. Cheers. I hope you're having a good one, Mo. I hope everything there in AZ in Arizona is going well. I haven't even seen how your weather is. As I said, we're getting ready here across the middle of the country. Here across, and the path of that thing is like right here. I'm not sure if we're going to get rain in the mix, but I know we're getting snow. And then I know there's going to be ice. There may be, depending upon how north and south that thing goes, there may be ice. And the way they keep talking about it is scaring me a little bit. So if you are in the path of this storm, and really that's the only news I would look at if I were you. It's the only news because you don't want to get involved in all of the, hey, let's all feel bad about tragedy. There's bigger things going on. There's more important things, and what's happening around you right now in your immediate area is what you need to concentrate on. Concentrate on local. Concentrate on your home. Concentrate on yourself. Don't give thought to all the problems and who's to blame and all this other stuff, because it does no good. All you're doing then is giving your attention over to them. If we stop giving them their attention, we'll stop fighting with each other. We'll stop fighting with each other over differences of opinion, because people have differences of opinion. People have differences in their lives and lifestyles and everything else. And if we let everybody live and everybody be happy and pursue their happiness, we won't be telling other people how to live. That's the way that goes. So just let go. Let go of all that news other than the weather. Look in on the weather. Take a look and see if you were in an area that needs to kind of prepare for this this snow and ice and rain event that's coming, and then the cold weather that is going to be coming with that, because it's looking like it's going to be hairy. Let's say that it looks like it could be hairy, and that is something that will affect you. So make sure that you are prepared. Make sure if you've got everything, make sure everything's charged up. Make sure, hey, what happens if the power's out for an extended period of time? Make sure that you've got a plan. Just like any other storm, if you're down in the along the coast, hurricane plans, different things, I wouldn't evacuate, but just be prepared. Be prepared, because it'll be a rough one. It could be a rough one. Bonfire. Good day. Good day there in Australia. How are things? Now you're just summer bound over there in Australia. You're enjoying it. I was talking about how we've got an ice storm coming and other things along those lines. Every time I look at the screen and I see this rump character, it's an ass with an orange wig. Every time I see it, it just entertains the shit out of me. GamePro has gone live. GamePro is live right now, everybody. If you know GamePro, if you are connected to him, get over there and give him a like and say hello to him over in that chat. He has gone live. That's Allie's brother. Got to be supported because I'm planning on marrying her this year, and so I want to make sure that I'm good to her family. And GamePro is going to be the brother-in-law. I'm sure that just makes him so happy. It's probably making him so happy. That's sarcasm. I don't figure anybody's too happy about Wes and things. Oh, don't care what anybody else does. Well, it's when you have to change your life. Because there is a bit of accept it. There is a bit of accept it. One thing that we all have to do, and I'm just going to touch on religion. I'm going to touch on religion. We all have to accept each other and our beliefs, because there isn't a one of us that can prove it. There isn't a one of us that can say you're wrong and I'm right. There isn't a one of us out here. There is no human alive, and the ones that tell you they know, oh, those are the biggest shysters there are. Those are the biggest shysters. But religion. We have one of the freedoms that we have in this country, and that is a huge, important one. And this is the one that I worry the most about encroachment on. We've got an oligarchy running us right now. Will they end up using religion to control us as well? When you look at how this country was founded and the original people that came here, the Puritans who fled England because of religious persecution, who was it that were persecuting the Puritans? Was it the Jews? No, it wasn't anybody of the Jewish faith. Was it somehow Muslims? No, it wasn't the Muslims. Was it atheists? No, atheists. Oh, they've been burned at the stake in all religions forever, right? No, it was the state-sponsored religion. It was the Church of England. It was the state-sponsored, we've got control of your ass religion That's why never, ever allow religion to mix in with politics. You cannot. That is the I want to give up everything fucking mentality if you let religion into your politics. That's what bothers me about this bullshit 10 Commandments in schools. Because you're making one religion above the others, and it's your own. And and you don't know that you're right. You're fucking believing you're right, but you have no more proof than anybody else. You have no more proof than any of the other 4,000 fucking religions that have existed throughout time. So do not be a person who would allow, because that is the biggest way to control people, is by linking religion into government. There has to be a separation of church and state if you want to continue your religion the way it is now. I see it here locally, and the only in my area here, oh, there. I don't know that there are any synagogues or even. This is an area where Catholics. Oh, that's Catholic. That's not Christian. Well, that's where all of it came from. But these different factions here between the snake handling and all the Pentecostals and all the different Baptists and all the other things, these they all will tell you how bad the other churches are because the other churches aren't doing it right. And it is just so bad. If you give that power to the state, if you let the state sanction a religion, you are giving up freedom. You are giving up everything that people fled to this continent for. You are giving all that away. So never, I don't care if it's your church backing it. Never do that. As free men, we have to respect that. We have to understand that you cannot give that kind of control and everything, because your faith, your belief system, all that is personal. It's you. It's yours. And if the state steps on that and decides how that's going to be, that's how you have bloody wars. That's how you make people feel as though they can do atrocities to other people. The people that'll do the most harsh atrocities are always the ones that believe they're on the side of God. It's what the Nazis were. As they were doing. It was you get people feeling that they are the ones that are doing right, and they'll commit atrocities because it's in the name. It's in the name of their God, whoever it is. And I see so many of that. I see these frickin' states that have passed these things to mix religion and education, religion and these different things, and it is not. It is I haven't learned anything from history. I'm going to go ahead and give the power back over to the state. It's sad to see. It's sad to see. Remember the Puritans. There's sacrifices that were made for our freedoms. And if you honor those, if you honor freedom, you have to honor a separation in church and state, because you don't trust the government. I don't know anybody that goes, oh, the government's right. The government, it's full of good people. Oh, the government's completely right. So don't just because they pass something you might like because it's your thing, you don't give them that control. You know you all distrust the government. You know that's the way. If you want to believe the way you want to believe, if you want to hold true to your beliefs that think is going to bring you that paradise at the end, whatever it is that you think goes on, whether it's living in heaven, whether it's just worm dirt and ass flies, whatever you think the all of it is. If you want that freedom, you've got to keep the government out of it. Keep the government out of it completely. Xenu. I'm not even going to get into Xenu. Don't even with this Xenu. But really, what if Ron was the prophet? What if all that is right, and Scientology turns out to be the right one? What is it that they did in South Park? Wasn't it Mormons? Was it the Mormons were the ones when everybody gets to, and that's why everybody goes to hell, unless you were a Mormon. Mormons are the only ones allowed in heaven. All the rest of you are burning in hell or something along those lines. The different mentality now, and that is one thing when it comes to immigration. When it comes to immigration, we always talk about it. We never look at things from a realistic standpoint. During the '90s, and this is an interesting thing right now that I'm seeing: the skilled labor, the needs for the skilled labor, and how there is a tear right now in the GOP because of the we've got to shut all this down, and then our current President Musk, well, Emperor Musk, whatever you want to fucking call the oligarch, and that's what we're controlled by. But with the need for skilled labor coming in during the '90s, the colleges, all the colleges, and when it comes to technology, for the most part, are all a decade behind, if not more now. It may even be worse. We got to the point as a software company where we wouldn't hire computer programmers that had college degrees in computer science because all they were trained to do was work on systems that were mainframes and data administrators and stuff. The colleges could not keep up with technology, but the people that were hungry, Middle Easterners that were actually, and it's why we had such an influx of them. We had to have that H-1B visa because we would not be able to compete with other countries, and we didn't have the brain power here. The schools, the public schools, which are worried more about all sorts of other bullshit, whether it be we've got to introduce religion into it or we've got to introduce social fabric into it, whichever side that they're doing, as opposed to just teaching what needs to be taught. That they're not producing what we need. They're not producing what the companies in this country to be competitive need. And that's why we do need the best and the brightest when it comes to certain areas, because we just don't have them. We don't have them. And if we're to do away with, completely, and it's always been this way. It's always in different ways, the need for labor. We don't have any young people. I don't know if anybody's noticed that there's no young people in this country. The birth rate's down there at the 1 point something, isn't it? It's nowhere near the 2.5 or whatever to have growth. And so all our population is old. Everybody is old. Nobody's having kids anymore here. But even back during the 1960s, in order for everybody to have cans of green giant peas on their desk, on their table, and be able to eat peas and corn and different things from Green Giant, Green Giant would bus loads up from Mexico. They had an entire department set up for social security numbers, set up for all the documentation to get everybody there, and they would hire college kids that came from farms to show up to actually run all these things. The city I grew up in Belvedere, Illinois, they had a huge Latino Mexican population because, and that's who I went to school with, because Green Giant was there, and they had done that for a couple decades. My uncle, who ran away from home, because my father would work at Green Giant as one of those people in the summers during college, and my uncle ran away from home at 15, stowed away in the trunk of my dad's car as he drove up to Illinois to go work at Green Giant for the summer. And he gets up there. They go through and get him the documentation and the identification so that, saying he was 23 years old, he was able to get his Class C license so he'd be able to drive the P trucks back and forth from the fields and everything while he was working. That's corporate America. It's corporate America that needs all of this, and they're not. There is a necessity. There is a necessity. It's not a blanket. You can't just do away with it and not suffer. That's the thing. Then there's going to be suffering. Yeah, if you shut the borders and you don't let the working class, if we will, come in, because they are the working class. They are the backbone of this. The construction industry, the farming industry, all these others that do rely on it. the 12 years in Florida, as it was migrant workers every freaking year for all of those tomato fields and everything else going there, because the robots aren't there yet to do it all. The robots, you have to wait for the robots, because there isn't anybody born here in this country that's going out there and picking in fields. There's nobody that has, because everybody feels, well, no, I should do this, I should have this, I should make this. Somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to do it. If we do away with it, then we have to accept the pain that we have to go through. We have to accept the pain economically we have to go through, and the lack of goods, the lack of issues, and just plan on importing all our food from somewhere else, which is kind of what we do now. But now I'm rambling. Let me get up here. Dark agenda and the enemy within. See, I would have to also look at the motives of the writer. Always learn a second language. Always learn a second language. Mine was C plus. C plus was my second language. It wasn't until later on I learned assembly. Well, now that was a while ago, though, right? Different. You see, this isn't that same world, though, Mo. You and I aren't that far apart, and I know what you're saying, but it was during that time that we started to replace that. We all of a sudden, you could have a good job. All of a sudden, it became the college agenda, and we had a much higher birth rate in this country. My grandfather, when he dropped out of school when he was 7 to help support the family, 19 kids. And so it was a different situation. It was a different. My dad was a dairy farmer, but as the population as the American farm is no longer there, and we don't have the same numbers in farming, and people have moved into the office, the environment. Yes, you did, but it's not a today. It's not a today. If you grew up today, it's a different world. It is a different world because of economic. It was all the manufacturing has moved away. There were people in steel mills. There were steel mills. There was a lot more manufacturing going on here, and that's all left here because of economic reasons, not because of anything else. And we've all been, well, everybody here should just get a better job, just get a better education, and that'll lead to a better job. Those jobs aren't there. How can everybody have that type of job? So it's a different world. I totally agree with you that was a part of it here, but things have changed. Things have changed, and it's just as I talk to my kids and what their future might be in different things, it's something to think about. Corporate farmers. Remember, farms aren't owned by people anymore. There's so many that have just moved away. There's so many they're owned by the larger food producing companies. So you don't have those same families with farmers and everything along those lines. And the family farm back during the 80s, farm aid was there because the farms were all being sold off. The farmers could not afford anything, and so you ended up having the corporations buy up so many of those farms. I don't know that it's necessarily that I could blame greedy individual farmers. Farmers just try to get by. Farmers are just trying to get by. Corporations, on the other hand, which I guess are now people. Oh damn, comma. You look good. Sorry, I had to respond. Stop talking about farmers for a second. Which one do you like better? Hang on, everybody. I have to look at a couple dresses. I'm gonna say the shorter one. The shorter one. There we go. I believe I'm getting too worked up. She's letting me stop talking about farmers for a second. I got told that. Change happens. We're all given a lot of information about different things, but there are a lot of sides and a lot of different angles to look at things, and I actually believe that it's all gone to the oligarchy. We've given it ever since the 80s. All the money's all gone to the top group. Now don't count me among the. Oh yes. Oh, is that Dan Anderson live? Let me check at what all. I got a lot of notifications there, and I have to keep checking in case things change and I actually get to get some weed. No, it was important. I am glad that you interrupted me there. So it did. I needed that. That view into the other area. Everybody, love each other. Be good to one another, and concentrate on yourself, your loved ones, your neighbors. Don't let the world become the thing that you. Oh, I was hoping to get some today. It's been. I haven't had any all year. Mo. It's been a weed free 2025. That's how it's been. So it's just. Hey, is that Dom? Peace and love, Dom. How you doing today? Hope you're having a good one. Are you and Chris doing your show tonight? Are you and Chris doing the show? I'm not sure if the Dom father out there, hashtag awesome to drop your link, Dom, so people can get connected to you. Anybody that doesn't know the Dom father, Dom Torregrossa, he has normally he'll have a program, the set list or song list that he does his own thing on Tuesdays, and then on Thursdays at 10 p.m. And it's not tonight. He's not having one tonight because it is the holiday season, I guess. But they normally will have the happy hour. Chris and Dom will have a happy hour there, and it's where all the people in the music community end up hanging out. If you are a part of the music community, make sure you're connected to Dom Torregrossa so that you can meet more of the music community out there. Nope, what is that? Oh, that's Chantel, Diamond.Witch. She's going live. Everybody, GamPro's live. Make sure you're over showing him some love. Dan Anderson is live playing guitar right now. Show him some love. Chantel just went live, so if you're wanting to do some smoking, awaken, a little bit of burning and hang out doing that, that is going on right now. Chris will be live on 11, is that 1-9? It's probably 1-9, right? The 9th, is that what it is? Or 11-9 Central? Is that 11-9? I'm not sure. I don't know. But everybody, get out there, support everybody out here. Even if you're just going through, clicking on that like, share out what you can. Yes, 1-9. It was throwing me. It's like, well, that's November. How the fuck is it November? 1-9 on the 9th. They're going to be returning on the 9th. Everybody, be good to one another. Make this a good day. Each day is a step towards making this a good year. Do what you can to be good to others. Love each other. And, hey, just have a good one. Peace and love. It's over now. The Coffee with Wes stream is over now. It's over now. Go and find something else to do. Thank you for watching Coffee with Wes. Be sure to click that like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to make sure you're here when Wes goes live. It's over now, it's over now. Coffee with Wes stream is over now. It's over now, it's over now. Go and find something else to do. Go and find something else to do. Just go and find something else to do. It's over. Go home.